Y'all know it wouldn't be me if I didn't talk about this episode of Fairy Tail. I haven't been consistent with talking about the Fairy Tail anime, but I needed to talk about this episode. My girl went in, and honestly, this is more so a reaction video than a review because I fucking love this episode. I loved seeing the character that from the Grand Magic games and even before that constantly got shitted on, and I seen the potential in her. I seen Lucy Heartfilia having fucking potential to kick some motherfucking ass, and this was the defining moment in her character. This is the moment where a lot of female shonen protagonists don't really get these moments, and you hope and wish for them to happen, or they might happen, but then they get shitted on 10 seconds after. Everything that she went through, the development of actually realizing no matter how much I care for Aquarius, I have to do this because I need to protect things in the grand scheme of things, and it's not like Aquarius is going to get hurt from this, it's just going to hurt emotionally. And to actually get a little bit more into Aquarius's character as well, that even though she was like this little fucking brat, she's nothing like the grace that her mother had, ultimately accepting like I did care about her, you know, when she would have no friends and anything and constantly used to summon me just to have someone to play with. I did appreciate those moments, and this does hurt. So to get a little bit more into Aquarius's character, and I guess some development as well, her realizing like, yeah, you know, I talk shit, but I do care about this girl, and it's sad. And honestly, just a tear-jerker and a half. Development all the fucking way for Lucy, summoning the Celestial Spirit King to go in. I mean, what more could you fucking ask for, especially for like a Lucy Heartfilia fan, which I know they're few and far between. There's not that many, but we rejoice for this episode just like we rejoice for the chapter. I mean, the art looked really fucking good. Animation, typical, a lot of, you know, the and then it's just a freeze frame or whatever. So nothing spectacular with the animation, but the art looking pretty. And again, I personally prefer the new art for Fairy Tail. I know many people don't really like the new art. I like it. I thought Lucy was looking fucking bombshell as hell, and I'm not talking about the jugs. I mean, you know, it is what it is. They're huge, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the epicness, the excitement, the feels, the development, and just all around the action, just getting a little bit more into the characters kind of like helping out, and Lucy really having to fend for herself. Like, there's been many different times Lucy constantly has to get saved, and granted, people could argue, well, it's her celestial spirits that are, you know, working for her, but the biggest sacrifice she had to make, getting rid of one of the people that she really appreciates the most, that was there for her as a child, that's a big thing. That's a big step. That's a big development right there. And it was done very fucking well with the Celestial Spirit King coming in like a fucking boss. Honestly, can't say much more than this episode of Fairy Tail was absolutely amazing. If you say this was any less than, okay, you know, I know there's some hard asses. If you say there's anything less than an 8, I completely disagree with you. I personally would say this episode is anywhere from a 9 to a 10. I personally, fanboy up, 10 out of 10. Realistically, 9 to a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, a lot of freeze frames again, and, you know, some of the dragged out scenes of like them fighting some of the Tartarus members or whatnot, but I think it, if anything, added more intensity and more drama to the situation, making it more dire, if anything. Like, she really has no more options. And the fact that she was able to summon 3 of her spirits, her 3 biggest ones, that shows development. And that's one of the best things about this. Like, when I read it in the manga, I was hyped. Seeing it in the anime, I got more hype. I don't know, it was executed very well. And also, did anyone else notice some of those Naruto OSTs that was playing in the background? I caught that, and I know it's the same composer that does the music for Naruto that also does Fairy Tail. And I mean, maybe he felt this so much that he was like, gotta bring back some of that classic music in there. I think like I even heard the Akatsuki music, or like the Pain theme, something along the lines of that. Like, yeah, I heard that, bro. And all around fucking stellar episode, really just some great fucking shit. Lucy having to do it on her own, and I'll talk about it in another review obviously, but the scenery kind of reminded me of like some of the recent shit in Naruto with like everyone being not able to move, you know, they were petrified, so to speak. I was like, kind of gave me a little bit of similarity. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this episode. What did you think about Lucy getting her moment, her development? Like, I mean, there's certain characters that I root for and I think deserve their moments, and sometimes I don't get them, sometimes I do. Like Rukia is one of those characters from Bleach that I always like, oh my god, I want her to get her moment, and granted in the manga she ultimately did, and Lucy got her moment, and this was it, and it was fucking amazing. And overall thoughts of the episode, do you think that this not necessarily completely redeemed some of the bullshit that has happened with Lucy, but do you think this is a huge step up for her character, her development, and overall making her just a better entry to the story of Fairy Tail? That's a lot for this review / reaction. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm FTW World, and as always, people, have an awesome day.